This is a video tutorial on how to use an online web-based texture tool to make clothing in Second Life. For you students, in case I left an announcement on May 4th that has the links to the two websites you need to go to. First is Robinwood and the other is SplashUp. At the Robinwood site, you're going to see an example of what the UV avatar templates look like. They've got lines drawn on them so that you can match up the sides of your collar or the length of your sleeves or something like that. So it makes it easier for you to design the clothing. Later on down the page, you want to download all of the 1024 by 1024 JPEG files and all of the PSD files. You'll only use one of them for this activity, but you could use the others for other activities, so it's just good to have them. Then go to splashup.com, create a free account and sign in, and then hit the jump right in button where the teardrop is. And a new screen should open up. You want to maximize this screen, and what's going to happen is it's going to give you the area where you're going to work. So what I want to do is find the template that I want to use, and so I click Find and Open and Browse, and I can go to my desktop where I put these textures, and I'm going to start with Body Templates PSD. Nope, that didn't work. So back to my desktop, Body Templates JPEG, there they are, and I want to use the top, not the bottom. That's pants, top is shirt, head is if you're designing glasses or makeup or something, and skirt is for skirt or the bottom part of a jacket. So there you have it, the upper body template. Now what I want you to do is I want you to create a new layer by clicking Layer and Add Layer, like that. When you see the gray over here around the layer called Untitled 2, and I'm going to call this shirt, and on this Untitled I'm going to call it template, so I can keep track of what I'm dealing with. Oh, it went back. Well, darn. Okay. Alright, still called shirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the paint file. This is a paintbrush. You can use a pencil too, and I'm going to pick round. Yeah, I'm going to pick round this time. And I want the color, I'm going to switch the colors around so this is in front. I'm going to pick a color over here. I'm going to make it kind of a reddish color. Alright, so there's my color. I've got my paint. The first thing I need to do is outline. Whoops. Control Z will erase everything? No, it won't. Image, edit, undo. Okay. This is the front of the body. I want this neckline to go along this line here. And I'm going to do this really quickly because we don't want a 2-hour long presentation, but I want to show you how this is done. Now, whoops, you want your lines to be solid. And I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom here. And doesn't matter if you get outside the lines, but you do want to have a completed, I'm not real good with going up, you want to have a completed outline. And this is because, let me fill in these holes down here, what you're going to do is use the fill. So I should have this about right. And I'm going to use the bucket here and fill. There. Okay, now I can go back to the paint brush and you'll see little white dots here and there, and you want to kind of paint over those dots. I don't know why it puts, Photoshop doesn't do this, but that's okay. We can easily paint through these. And now you're probably asking, why don't you just colorize the whole thing? Well, I'll show you in a minute. Part of the reason I wouldn't do that, like the whole template, is because if you scroll down you'll see I would have my hands covered too. So I want to make this a short blouse. I'm going to put it on the pink line here, so it's like 3/4 length. And where's the pink line here? It's this one. There, now I know that I'll be matched up front and back of my arms. Alright, then I'm going to make outline of the shirt sleeves. And again, I'm finding out that I do better with this mouse if I'm pulling instead of pushing. Pulling down instead of pushing up. Alright. Fill those in. Oops. Paintbrush. There. Fill in those little funny white dotted lines. Fill in these funny white dotted lines. Alright, now we'll go to the back. And again, I'm just going to follow along. And I think since I'm not doing really well pulling up, what I'm going to do is pull down. Start here and pull down. Okay, scrolling up. Let's see, I did around the green line, didn't I? So I want it to match on both sides, so I'm going to do the green line still. Make sure your lines are solid. Over here. There we go. Now, fill with the bucket, go back to the brush, and do some touch-up. If you wanted those little white lines there, you could put them there. Now, for design. Alright, so that's pretty quick. Now I'm going to go down and I'm going to click the eraser, which is this one here. If you hover over it, it'll tell you what it is. And I'm going to put a little heart here on my avatar sleeve arm. It's not very nice and clear and everything, but kind of looks like a little heart. That will be a cutout of the material so that you can see my arm through it. Then I'm going to go to another color, and I think I'm going to what goes with red. Maybe I'll do yellow. So I'll pick a sunny yellow and reverse the color so yellow is on top. And then I'm going to pick a scatter, and I'm just going to scatter yellow all over the place. It's a random scatter. There. Then I'm going to go back to the eraser, and I'm just going to make kind of a line through there. Now, oh, there's the yellow. Alright, so that's going to be a little crazy. Okay, let me do it again. I'm going to go to my red, click it, dump paint in. Okay, and then scatter. Use my scatter tool. It's a brush tool, so click brush. I've got spatter, sorry, not scatter, spatter. And I put some spatter paint on here. Okay, so now what I've done actually, because I hit eraser first, I've got some erase marks in it and I've got some yellow spatters. So I'm going to save this. So File, Save Image, and you absolutely have to save it as a PNG file. Otherwise, oh wait, cancel. Before you do that, you want to click the eye off of your template so that the background goes away. This checkerboard here means that it's see-through, that's the part that won't come showing through. Now you want to save your image. Click Save. You're going to call it, and you're going to make it a PNG. And save. And I'm going to put it on my desktop, and I'm going to call it Renee Red Shirt. Save. Now I'll show you in another movie how to create clothing out of that.